Hey yo, what's good, Josh boy? Justin, what the fuck you know me as here. Finally, it's done. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. We don't gotta wait anymore for this. Just got done on the wraps. I have it playing in the background over here. It's a little highlight video on YouTube. Came out right away. It's got over 150K views as of right now, recording this video. There we go. It looks like shit, but I'm just trying to get this video out as quick as possible. Not gonna lie, I mean, y'all can tell your boy is naked right now. Well, kind of naked. Like, I still got shorts and shit. But like, still, you know what I mean? Like, your boy don't got a shirt on. Yeah, man. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. For those of you who follow me on TikTok, I mean, y'all are gonna know my opinion on it, but I just gotta say, I'm just glad Jake didn't knock him out, bruh. I'm just glad that Jake didn't knock out Mike. That's all I cared about. Jake didn't knock out Mike. If he wanted to, he could have. He just didn't do it. Is it scripted? I mean, Jake wasn't going for the finish. I don't think it's scripted. I don't think any of Jake's fights are scripted. The only one to me that has ever actually felt scripted was the one against Andre August. That one felt scripted, but I know it's not scripted because, you know, scripting shit, like that shit will get you in trouble, especially in the United States. Like in the United States, like you can't do that. You go to jail and big fines. Like everything is over for Jake. Like Jake has too much, like he's got too much to lose if he were a rig fight. Like you just can't do that. People are talking about like, oh, they say this fight's rigged, or how much did he, you know, how much is Tyson getting paid to take a dive? You could just tell, man, the legs were too stiff. They were moving like this instead of moving side to side like how he used to, kind of like that. His shit was like this the whole time. I mean, he was too old, man. I'd said it months ago, right when it got announced. He's just too damn old. Anyone who genuinely thought Jake was gonna lose, you're a fucking dumbass. I don't give a fuck. Like if you genuinely, bottom of your heart, thought he was going, you know, beat Jake, knock him out, you a dumbass. He's too old for that shit, man. But shout out Mike. Obviously, nobody wanted to see him, you know, get knocked the fuck out. Like like Chris Tucker would say, or pretty much in every, you know, Friday movie. But yeah, man, honestly, first and probably last thoughts on this fight. We're all just glad that, you know, Jake didn't decide, like, hey, I actually want to knock this motherfucker out. Let me do that shit real quick. He hit him with some big shots, and when he was hitting him, I'm like, please don't follow up. And thank God he didn't. I genuinely prayed for Mike Tyson right before the fight, right as they were doing ring walkouts and shit. By the way, I also gotta say, Netflix was ass for a lot of people. Nearly worldwide, it was fucking bad. A lot of people, for it was like taking forever to load, just straight up wasn't loading at all. You know, black screens and a bunch of other bullshit. So fucking, it sucks ass. You know, the live stream sucked ass, definitely. Even I had a little bit of complications with it. But I mean, who knows how many views this fucking thing got? I mean, it's on Netflix. Everybody's got a subscription. And if you didn't have a subscription before, you probably got one just to watch this fight. Let's be honest. Also, the amount of people who, even then, were still, you know, watching illegal streams, like, it's definitely insane. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. But yeah, man, I'm just glad Jake, you know, didn't actually decide like, yo, I'm gonna knock this nigga out right now, because he could have done that at any moment. Realistically, like no cap, like that's just, if he wanted to, he would have done it. He just didn't do it. I do think both of them are on the gear, especially Mike. I think for Jake on this one, I don't think like I think he's on gear just for this fight, you know, to gain size and mass, because he's got worse acne than me, bruh. And this dude is like fucking like how old is he now? 27? 27-year-old. He's had acne for years, and it's pretty bad for this fight, especially if you looked at him at the press conferences and all that, you could see the, you know, it wasn't looking good. He's definitely on gear for this fight. But I think that Jake is gonna be clean for every other fight. You know, he's doing in the future and before as well. Mike was definitely on the sauce too, but he also just has great genetics. Also, we got to talk about the Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor fight. You see, the thing is, right? Like, I guess shit happens, you know, in Southpaw versus Orthodox. You know, there's always a foot battle. There's always, you know, a clash of heads. But the fact that fucking Katie Taylor, you know, what, you see, the problem is, like, at first I'm like, this sucks ass. Because, you know, you don't want to accuse a fighter of, you know, being a cheating ass bitch, you know, or a cheating ass nigga. You don't want to do that. You never want to, you never want to seem like a hating ass nigga. But when she started pushing her against the ropes and, you know, leaning her head in the exact same position, which coincidentally was the side in which Amanda had the cut, big ass cut, by the way. That shit was like this. That shit was like this. Like, it was like like a whole flap of this shit. That shit was insane. Fucking insane. I saw, like, right when it opened up, you know, they even showed it on the slow-mo. And then she kept head clashing. Shit referee, honestly. Like, I'm glad he at least took a point away. I'm real glad he at least decided, like, hey, I need to take a point away. But with the amount that she did it, like, once the first head clash, should have got a warning. Then the head clash that opened Amanda up real bad, should have taken a point away there. Then you should have taken away another point. Now, I know that fucking sucks ass, and it would really, you know, ruin a lot of shit. And still would have only ended up a draw on the judges' scorecards, but still, you can't be doing bullshit like this. I don't know what the judges were looking at. I mean, I'm like, it's hard to say because it is a close fight, to be honest. But, you know, like, with the head clashes, you know, like, it should have been 2 different point deductions in 2 separate rounds. It just should have been. Also sucks that it wasn't, you know, a 3-minute, you know, like 3-minute rounds. But, you know, in hindsight, it's best because, you know, the head clashes and Amanda's cut weren't going to hold up if, you know, they were 3-minute rounds. It just wasn't going to go good for her. And then Katie Taylor would have, you know, I think definitely won that. As of right now, I don't think it was the right decision. I think Amanda got robbed again. But then again, close fights ain't robberies. I'm gonna have to look back at this one and then be like, I could see why this round could sway for this side, this round could sway for that side. We all know close fights ain't robberies. Close fights ain't robberies. That's where a lot of people go wrong. But close fights can also have clear winners. That's also a fact. So sometimes, you know, it just depends on what happens in a fight, realistically. So I'd have to rewatch, you know, the Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor fight to, you know, really examine what, you know, what went on, what happened and stuff. But let me know what y'all think in the comments down below about both of these fights. Just comment down about anything, what you thought of the fight. Are you glad that Mike made it out alive? I was scared that his ass was, you know, his head was going to bounce off the canvas, you know, something scary. I was genuinely praying for Mike. Let me know in the comments down below what y'all think. And see you on the next video. Bye-bye. See y'all later. Peace.